Hello everyone. You may think fruit is always a healthy choice, but after 65, your body doesn't work the way it used to, and certain fruits can actually make your legs weaker, your balance worse, and even increase your risk of falling. In fact, over 800,000 older adults are hospitalized each year from falls, and nutrition is often the hidden culprit. Today's video exposes 7 fruits that may be quietly sabotaging your leg strength, mobility, and independence. If your knees ache when walking, or you feel unsteady getting up, the reason might be in your kitchen fruit bowl. Let's take a closer look before it's too late. 1. Bananas, quietly overloading aging kidneys and weakening your leg. You tell yourself bananas are natural, packed with nutrients, and easy to digest, but for aging bodies, that's not the whole story. As you grow older, your kidneys lose efficiency, and one banana may deliver more potassium than your body can safely handle. Let me help you understand this clearly. Bananas contain over 420 milligrams of potassium per fruit, a healthy amount for young people, but risky for seniors whose kidneys are no longer filtering minerals like they used to. Excess potassium in the blood, known as hyperkalemia, can lead to muscle weakness, fatigue, or irregular heartbeats, making your legs feel unsteady and heavy without warning. This is especially dangerous if you're also taking common medications for blood pressure or heart disease, like ACE inhibitors, which already reduce potassium excretion. The result? A silent overload that worsens with every breakfast banana, and most people don't realize it until it's too late. You don't have to give up bananas entirely. Just try eating half a banana and pair it with fruits lower in potassium like berries, apples, or grapes. Small changes like this can protect your muscles and help you feel stronger when you stand, walk, or climb stairs every day. 2. Oranges. Too acidic, too sugary, too risky for aging legs. You think you're helping your immune system with that morning glass of orange juice. But for seniors, this habit might be making your legs weaker, your energy lower, and your kidneys struggling harder than they should. Here's what the research says. Oranges and orange juice are high in potassium. One large orange can have over 330 milligrams, and 1 cup of juice over 450. That's far above what aging kidneys can safely handle if function is even slightly reduced. The National Kidney Foundation warns that high potassium levels in seniors can lead to muscle weakness, fatigue, and cardiac complications like arrhythmia or even cardiac arrest. But that's not the only issue. Orange juice, especially in the morning, delivers a high dose of natural sugar without the fiber to slow it down. This causes a spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash, which many seniors misread as just getting old, when in reality, it's metabolic strain. If you enjoy citrus, swap orange juice for a glass of water with lemon. You'll still get a mild vitamin C boost, but without the potassium and sugar spike. For fruit, choose apples or cranberries. Low potassium, kidney-friendly options that won't sap your muscle strength or overwork your kidneys. 3. Dried fruits. A hidden danger to blood sugar and leg energy. They seem harmless, just sweet raisins or dried apricots tossed into your oatmeal. But dried fruits could be silently draining your leg strength and overloading your kidneys without warning. According to the U.S. National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIDDK, dried fruits like apricots, raisins, and prunes are extremely high in potassium, and their small size makes it easy to eat too much. For example, just 1/2 cup of dried apricots contains over 750 milligrams of potassium, nearly 40% of the daily limit recommended for people with chronic kidney disease. When your kidneys can't clear it efficiently, potassium builds up in your bloodstream, weakening muscles and disrupting nerve signals. But that's not all. The American Diabetes Association warns that dried fruits are also high in fast-digesting sugars. These sugars spike blood glucose, which in older adults leads to energy crashes, poor circulation, a recipe for imbalance, and falls. Instead of dried fruit, choose fresh, water-rich options like pears or blueberries. They hydrate your body, support better digestion, and keep blood sugars steady, helping your legs stay energized, balanced, and strong throughout the day. 4. Grapes, a sweet habit that can strain kidneys and muscles. Grapes may feel light and refreshing, but behind their sweetness is a challenge your old kidneys may no longer be able to handle. The problem isn't just the sugar, it's how fast it hits your system and how hard your body has to work to clear it. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIDDK, notes that grapes are moderately high in potassium, with 1 cup containing around 280 mmgs. For seniors with even mild kidney function decline, this adds up fast, especially if combined with other potassium-rich foods throughout the day. But even more concerning is the high fructose content. Fructose is metabolized in the liver and has been linked to increased uric acid, which raises the risk of gout and kidney stones, both of which affect balance, mobility, and muscle health in older adults. When these conditions flare up, the result can be leg stiffness, sudden pain, and difficulty standing or walking without support. If you enjoy snacking on grapes, cut back the portion, aim for no more than 10-12 grapes at a time, or better yet, switch to kidney-friendly fruits like berries, which offer antioxidants and fiber without overwhelming your system. 5. Avocados, a potassium giant that weakens aging muscles. They've been praised for heart health, but avocados may not be as friendly to aging muscles and kidneys as you think. Just one medium avocado contains nearly 1,000 milligrams of potassium, almost half of the daily limit for someone with reduced kidney function. According to the National Kidney Foundation, excess potassium in older adults can lead to muscle fatigue, cramps, and in serious cases, irregular heartbeat or even sudden cardiac arrest. For seniors already dealing with slower kidney filtration, eating a full avocado in one sitting may overload the body, especially when combined with other high potassium foods like bananas or tomatoes. And there's another concern. The high fat content of avocados, while considered healthy, can slow digestion in older adults, leading to bloating and discomfort, symptoms that are often mistaken for just aging, but can reduce appetite and movement. Instead of eating a whole avocado, try limiting your portion to 1/4 of a fruit, and avoid combining it with other potassium-rich ingredients. Better yet, swap it out for low-potassium options like cottage cheese or a boiled egg, protein-rich, easy to digest, and safe for older kidneys and muscles. 6. Mangoes, tropical delight or hidden gut disruptor for seniors? Mangoes may taste like sunshine, but for aging adults, they could be causing more trouble than you realize, especially when it comes to digestion, inflammation, and muscle recovery. Spoiled or poorly stored mangoes are prone to contamination with Bacillus cereus, a toxin-producing bacteria known to cause gastroenteritis, which can lead to dehydration, nutrient malabsorption, and muscle cramping in older adults. Seniors are particularly vulnerable, as even mild digestive stress can quickly impact energy levels and muscle performance. Furthermore, mangoes stored improperly or shipped from unclear origins may also carry Penicillium cyclopeum, a fungus that produces mycotoxins linked to liver strain and systemic inflammation, both of which impair the body's ability to repair muscle tissue after activity. These microbial threats are invisible to the eye. A mango may look fine outside, but if it's overly soft, has a fermented odor, or came from a poorly handled supply chain, it could weaken your immune response and overall vitality. If you enjoy mangoes, only buy from trusted stores with clear origin labels. Wash thoroughly, peel before eating, and never consume if you detect mushy texture or fermented smell. For a safer tropical option, try pineapple. It's lower in potassium and may even help reduce inflammation linked to muscle fatigue. 7. Citrus fruits with pesticide residues. A neurological risk hiding in plain sight. A bright orange or a fresh lemon might seem like the safest fruit on your table, but for seniors, especially those with cognitive issues or high blood pressure, residues from pesticides on citrus fruits can silently increase neurological risk, especially if the fruit is of unclear origin. A 2006 National Institute on Aging study found that 15% of citrus samples tested in China contained organophosphorus pesticide residues, which are known to interfere with the nervous system and are linked to memory loss, tremors, and even early cognitive decline. These pesticides act by disrupting neurotransmitters like acetylcholine, critical for focus, motor coordination, and muscle function. According to the National Institute on Aging, seniors are already more vulnerable to neurologic effects of chemicals due to natural brain aging and slower detoxification processes. For older adults with even mild hypertension or early-stage memory loss, long-term exposure to such residues can silently accelerate nerve damage, showing up as poor balance, shaky hands, or leg stiffness over time. Don't skip citrus, but choose wisely. Scrub the peel under running water with a brush, even if you don't eat the skin. Avoid citrus fruits without clear labels or from unclear sources. When possible, buy organic oranges and lemons or switch to verified low-residue fruits like peeled apples or washed grapes from trusted brands. 8. Apples contain patulin, which can weaken gut muscles. Apples are often seen as the symbol of health, but if they're bruised, moldy, or stored too long, they could become a toxic threat to your gut and muscle strength. Spoiled apples are especially vulnerable to mold growth by Penicillium expansum, which produces a toxin called patulin. According to a 2017 study on apple samples in China, 30% of tested apples contained detectable levels of patulin. For older adults, this isn't just a stomach issue. The National Institute on Aging highlights that aging digestive systems are more sensitive and slower to recover from inflammation or toxic exposure. When patulin irritates the gut, it can lead to bloating, nausea, reduced nutrient absorption, and over time, weakened muscles due to lack of key vitamins and electrolytes. That's when your legs start to feel weak, even if you've been eating healthy. Before eating, inspect apples for soft spots, mold, or fermented odor, and toss any suspicious ones. Always wash thoroughly under running water and peel the skin if the source is uncertain. For best results, store apples between 0-4 degrees and consume them within 1-2 months. Buying organic or locally sourced apples reduces your exposure to hidden toxins. 9. Berries, prone to listeria or hepatitis A contamination if spoiled. They look vibrant and nutritious, but berries, especially when bruised or stored improperly, are among the most perishable fruits. Once spoiled, they can harbor dangerous pathogens like Listeria monocytogenes and hepatitis A virus, both of which pose serious risks to seniors. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, a 2023 multi-state outbreak linked to frozen strawberries infected with hepatitis A affected older adults across 10 U.S. states. Hepatitis A can inflame the liver and cause long-lasting fatigue, poor appetite, and muscle wasting, symptoms that weaken the legs and reduce overall mobility in older people. Worse, berries are also known carriers of Listeria, a bacterium that can survive refrigeration and has a mortality rate of up to 20% in older adults, especially those with weakened immune systems. The infection can lead to bloodstream infection, sepsis, confusion, muscle pain, and hospitalization. Before eating fresh berries, inspect carefully for mold, slime, or softness. Rinse them in a 110 vinegar water solution, then rinse again with clean water to reduce surface pathogens. Avoid bulk berries without origin labels. If buying frozen, choose brands with recall transparency and use them within the recommended time frame. 10. Moldy bananas. Risk of mold that can trigger breathing issues. A banana sitting too long on your counter might seem harmless, but if it turns soft, leaky, or black spotted, it could be harboring Rhizopus mold, a fungus known to produce respiratory irritants and toxin. Up to 30% of bananas in tropical markets were found contaminated with fungal spores during transport, with Rhizopus being among the most common. These molds release airborne particles and mycotoxins, which can trigger breathing difficulty, wheezing, and congestion, particularly dangerous for older adults with asthma or chronic bronchitis. The National Institute on Aging emphasizes that aging lungs are less tolerant to environmental stressors, especially airborne fungi. For seniors, repeated exposure to mold can gradually reduce oxygen intake, weaken respiratory muscles, and lead to fatigue in the legs from under-oxygenation. The danger often goes unnoticed. Many think they're just getting tired, when the real culprit is right on their kitchen counter. Never eat bananas that are leaking liquid, covered in dark fuzz, or have a fermented smell. Wash the peel under running water before opening, and store bananas at 13-15 C degrees to slow mold growth. Keep them away from other fruits to prevent cross-contamination. When in doubt. 11. Fruits with unclear origins. Risk of pesticides and heavy metals. You may find them at a discount bin or in bulk packaging, but fruits without clear origin labels can expose you to pesticide residues and heavy metals, especially if they come from regions with lax agricultural standards. A 2006 study cited in the file found that 15% of citrus samples tested in China contained organophosphorus pesticide residues, chemicals that disrupt the nervous system. For older adults with high blood pressure, cognitive decline, or balance issues, these compounds can worsen symptoms like tremors, dizziness, or muscle weakness. Additionally, fruits of unclear origin may contain traces of heavy metals such as lead, mercury, or cadmium, substances linked to neurodegeneration, joint pain, and vascular inflammation in elderly populations. The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, warns that improper post-harvest handling and important imported contamination risks, especially in imported fruits without traceability standards. Avoid buying fruit sold without origin, packaging date, or safety labels. Choose produce with USDA organic, fair trade, or verified import certifications. Wash thoroughly under running water, or better, soak soft fruits in a 110 vinegar water bath for 1 minute. When in doubt, buy from local growers or trusted supermarkets with transparent sourcing. 12. Mangoes. If contaminated with Bacillus cereus, they can cause acute diarrhea. A soft, overripe mango may look juicy and sweet, but if it's spoiled, it could harbor Bacillus cereus, a dangerous bacteria linked to acute food poisoning in vulnerable populations, especially older adults. According to a 2007 microbiological study, Bacillus cereus was isolated from spoiled mango pulp and associated with multiple cases of gastrointestinal illness. This bacterium can produce toxins that irritate the gut lining, triggering sudden diarrhea, vomiting, and dehydration, symptoms that are far more severe in the elderly due to slower recovery and fragile electrolyte balance. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, notes that severe dehydration in older adults can result in muscle cramping, dizziness, and loss of mobility. increasing fall risk and prolonged weakness in the legs. Because mangoes soften from the inside out, contamination is often hidden until it's too late. Avoid mangoes with black spots, mushy texture, or fermented odor. Always wash and peel mangoes before eating, especially if they come from warm regions or long supply chains. Store at 10 to 13 degrees and consume within a few days after ripening. When unsure, opt for sliced frozen mango from trusted brands that list processing standards. Maybe not because you're old, but some small change you can protect your muscle, strength. You've spent a lifetime making healthy choices, and the truth is, most fruits can support your energy, balance, and strength. But as we age, the way our bodies process sugar, potassium, and toxins changes quietly, and some fruits that were once harmless can now work against your muscles, your digestion, and your legs. The good news? You don't have to give up fruit. You just have to choose them more wisely, check their condition, clean them properly, and stay alert to what your body is telling you. Small changes like switching from orange juice to lemon water or cutting back on dry fruit could be the reason you walk steadier, breathe easier, or avoid the next fall. If this video helped you learn something new, let us know in the comments. Which of these 12 fruits surprised you the most? Share this with someone you love, especially those over 60 who snack on fruit daily. And don't forget to subscribe to HEALZO, where small changes lead to a stronger, longer life. Thank you for watching, and stay strong, stay smart, and stay standing.